This is the December for the love of crafting and sharing YouTube hop. Our theme for December is Holly Jolly. I'm Emilee, and you've found Emilee's Paper Caper, where we're all about scrapping our stash and getting some pages done. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any ideas. This monthly collaboration is full of lots of talented scrapbookers, and our theme for December is Holly Jolly. I decided to document our family collection of Department 56 lighted Christmas collectibles. Because I have over 20 photos for a 2-page spread, I want to use these memory protectors, flip-flaps, from close to my heart. This will help me pack lots and lots of photos on this 2-page spread. I've selected this Christmas paper with Santa pulling his sleigh over a village and 2 red cardstocks for this layout. I want to stamp my title, and I want it to be a festive title, so I'm going to use a Christmas tree punch to punch each letter of the title out. I have this set of letter stamps that came with numbers, so I will carefully stamp my title, and then I'll go in and punch each letter or number out with the tree punch. I do a lot of this off camera. I am trying to use my stamps more and more on my scrapbook pages. These letter stamps are very versatile, and so I'm glad that I've kept them in my stash. Off camera, I punched everything out, and I punched the green trees out of a photo mat. I will still use that photo mat for one of my photos. Now I can go in with some liquid adhesive, liquid glue, and layer up those punched letters to create the title. I need 7 of these flip-flaps. All of my photos are vertical, so these will work great. I like the idea of having the whole collection documented, and I also took some time to journal the story of our collection. It's a little more journaling than I usually like to put on a scrapbook page. Most of the time I don't have that much to say, but in the case of this collection, it's been a collection we started probably 30 years ago, and so I think that it's about time that we document about this special collection. The only photo with people in it for this layout is this one of my girls posed by the village. So I want to mat this photo, and I don't like to waste anything, so I was careful to punch the green trees from the center of this photo mat, and now I can just trim about 1/8 or 1/4 inch off of each edge of that photo and still use that photo mat. Now I want to create my background pages. I want this pattern of Christmas village paper to be a border on one side. I think this is super cute paper, goes well with the theme of the Department 56 collection. This other paper is a very classic looking paper. It has Santa in his sleigh flying over a village, and I just like the mood and theme of this. So I'm going to trim about 1/2 inch from each side, and then I will mount that on one of the red pattern cardstocks. Because I am putting lots and lots of photos on this layout, I want the paper to be pretty hardy. I'm going to make sure that I put plenty of adhesive on it, and the red cardstock is pretty decently thick, so I think combining these two papers will really help support all the photos that I plan to mount with those flip flaps. The right-hand page is much simpler in that it just has that 2-inch border strip as a border. Now I can start arranging the left-hand page. This 6x8 journaling spot is ready to go. I did that off camera, and now I can go in with the flip flaps. I've loaded them up with the photos, and I can just start lining them up. I want them to be vertical on this left-hand page, so I just want to space them out so that they will kind of fill that left-hand border. So before I take the adhesive strips off, I'm just lining them all up, and then I'll go through and do them from top to bottom. At the very bottom of the chain is one photo that is not in one of the protectors. It will just be on the page, and you'll see that in a bit. These are really simple to use. The adhesive strips are quite strong, and they just make it so easy to make a waterfall display of lots of photos. Now I'm down to the very last photo that I'll mount on the actual page. I'm turning to my scrap bin once again to get some red scraps. I want to create some photo corners to put behind that photo. I want it to stand out a little bit against the background. So I'm just by eye cutting a square into 4 triangles, and these will serve as photo corners. Super easy and simple, and a great way to use some scraps. If you would like to find some of the close to my heart flip flaps, I have a link down in the video description. Thank you, Kathy, for sharing your link. This is not an affiliate link, just for your convenience if you want to shop for some of these really cool, close to my heart flip flaps. I noticed that my journaling kind of blended into the background, so I'm going to use some of those red scraps to help mount that journaling space and make it stand out a little bit. As I worked on the right-hand page, I realized I had a couple of photos that were going to be difficult to include, so I eliminated a photo or two. I do want to overlap my photos here so that some of the dead space in the photos are covered up a little bit. And then I'll go in, after all the photos are adhered, I'll go in and add my page title. And because the page title is pretty long, I'm going to have to go over some of the photos with some of the letters. And I like that look. I like things to be overlapping and touching a bit. And it feels very scrapbooky, collagey to me to do that. So I've got my liquid adhesive out again, and I will get these page title adhered. Then I think there's just one more touch that this page needs. Because the village looks best at night and it's lighted, I want to put some sparkly borders on the top and bottom of the page. I'll put that on the top of the left page and the bottom of the right page. It's an adhesive strip of rhinestones that I got at a crop as a as just a hostess gift, and I really like these rhinestones, and I think they will be perfect for this page. They're already adhesive, and so they go on super simple. And I think it just really sets off the theme of the page for Christmas and lights. This was a fun page to work on. I'd encourage you to consider if there's a collection or holiday tradition that you want to record. And please remember to check out all the talented ladies in this YouTube hop. It's a great collaboration. All of their videos are linked and listed down in the description. Here's a look at how those flip-flaps work. I'm quite pleased to get about 20 photos on a 2-page spread this way. How fun. Let's keep on scrapping our stash together. Here is a link to a couple of videos for more ideas to stamp on your scrapbook pages. Happy holidays!